Yeah, we live.
Okay. Okay. This is my new book cover for God is on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear. You can purchase it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and also iUniverse.com. The retail price is $13.99. But go to Amazon because if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get free shipping. So go to Amazon.com to purchase if you are an Amazon Prime member. You get free shipping. Okay? God is on Trial. I just published it in July. So go and purchase. Go and get your copy today. I guarantee you, you will like what you read in this book. I put my heart, mind, and soul into this book.
Mm-hmm.
If there is such a thing as a soul, I put my heart, mind, and soul into this book.
Right.
Okay? We don't know if we have a soul. That's what we've been taught.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that we have a soul. It doesn't mean that we have a spirit body. Okay? So, with that being said, purchase my book, God is on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear.
All righty. Yeah. I hear myself in the background. You got your what you call it on? The video on? Are you watching on YouTube? I hear myself in the background. You got your what you call it on? Okay, that's me there. Okay. Okay. Well, that's announcement number one. Make sure that you go out, and if you have not supported our sister Noble in her latest effort called God is on Trial, get that $13.99. That's less than 15. I've heard and I've seen people selling books at $40, $50. Here we are. We got a book. I can guarantee you way better than anybody out there offering. Less than 15 bucks, 14, $13.99, 14 bucks. Pick that up, get that, support that sister. And of course, we thank you and we're happy for those who have purchased the book so far and those of you who purchase that book in the future. And right around the corner, I know that many of us don't do it, but Christmas time is around the corner. Get the book. Give it as a gift for Christmas. I know a lot of folks might not really like it because of what it says during Christmas holidays, but it gives somebody a different point of view, a different way of looking at things. And we're looking for those who are open-minded. And there are a lot of Christians and Muslims, a lot of people who believe in God. They are open-minded, and they do come from a God background. It's according to, it's according to how your thinking is. Just because somebody's a Muslim or believe in God, don't mean some of us we might be a little prejudiced and biased toward folks and think that they just totally dead. They believe. We was like that. That's the same place we come from. We didn't know, but now we know. It's a whole different ballgame. And we should give them the opportunity. Anybody out there, you have the opportunity to know. So pick that up, get that. Announcement number one. God is on Trial by our sister Noble, aka no, it's not aka, it would be Alberta Parish, aka Sister Noble Levine. It wouldn't be the other way around. Okay. Now, my second announcement before we get started on the topic that we chose, I want to thank the audience on this channel, and I have other channels also that probably do almost as good as this one here. This is the main one where I do my live. But I thank all of you, and this video, of course, will be uploaded later on the other channels. But I thank you so much for your, hey, Soul Brother 85, and Rowan. All right, Rowan is in the house. Brother Don is in the house. Oh, wow, where y'all coming from? But I want to thank all of you who have donated and given to my medical fundraiser. And I'm not going to say, is it doing really, really good or really, really bad? But I would tell you it's good enough where I'm cool for the rest of the year. So, hey, I'm cool for the rest of the year. I don't know what's going to happen in 2021, but I'm cool for the rest of this year. So thank you very much. Every little bit helps, and y'all help me get there so I don't have to worry about the rest of this year, because this problem that I have physically, we got a little way to go here. So I thank you, and I hope that you keep helping me and support your brother in this journey so I'm able to regain my health. And it's an up and down situation, but hopefully we can get back to where we was. Never take your health, for granted, because your health can change in the blink of an eye. My health basically changed in the blink of an eye because I had no idea this was happening to me. It apparently was going on for a long, long time. So I don't care how healthy you think you are, things can change in the blink of an eye because you can't see what's going on inside your body. There's all kinds of crap going on inside your body that you don't know. And we have people that just drop dead for some reason. We don't know why they dropped dead, but it was going on all the time, and it just got to the point where now the body decides, it can't take it no more, and they just drop dead wherever at any time. You can get shot. Go into McDonald's, get a cheeseburger. Some silly person run around shooting off a gun, and now you injured, paralyzed. We never take your health for granted. I don't care if you're a vegan or a meat eater, however healthy, some of us feel invulnerable. Believe me, anything can change your life. You really don't know what's physically happening to you. And a car accident, you could fall down the steps. Anything could change your health overnight in the blink of an eye. So don't take it for granted. And remember, some of y'all that don't give, I'm not saying that, I'm not being angry because you didn't give to my fundraiser, but some of us, we don't care nothing about nobody. We got all this money in the bank, and we driving fancy cars, and we see homeless people, and we see people that we know struggling. Yeah, you won't give them a dime. Won't help nobody. You should be ashamed of yourself. But when you get sick and die, money don't help you. Money don't help you when you get sick. It can help you pay your bills, but it don't help you in the long run. Your money can't care for you. Your car and your house, none of that care for you. It's good for us to have a connection to those we care about, to other human beings. Not necessarily your family, because some of your family can be your worst enemy. we know this. But somebody out there that you can get together with, and stop being so selfish. Even if you don't like them, just help people. At least you know that you're doing the right thing and you're doing something good. The reason why the last 3-some years I was just giving away money when I should have been paying my bills is because as a little boy, somebody helped me. Man did not know me at all. He just reached out and helped me. So again, I thank you so much for donating to my fundraiser. I thank you so much for your charity. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you I didn't need it, because I do. I'm not going to lie. Hey, every little bit helps. I much appreciate it. Now, was there something else? Okay, we talked about your book, and we talked about the fundraiser. I guess that's the only 2 announcements that I want to make real quick. Okay. So let's get, I don't know what Sister Nova might want to talk about, but I want to get this party started. I wanted to talk about, real quick, 2 short subjects. I guess they're going to be short. I guess they're going to be short. It never It never ends up that way. We always end up an hour or so. But look, the first topic I want to deal with is overly emotional black men.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I had to laugh because the reason why I laughed, I mean, I know it ain't funny. That man got his ass beat down like that in Clayton County here. Yeah. The man got his ass dragged out of the vehicle by, a police officer in Clayton County and got beat down. That man was probably talking shit back at that, police officer. You know how these folks is. They real stressed out. These police officers, some of them on the job, they scared. You know what I mean? They scared. You shouldn't be a police officer if you're a scary person. You should not be a police officer. Mm-hmm. If you are an overly emotional man or a woman, you should not be a police officer because that is a very stressful job. Yes. And some of these people are very emotional and they start talking shit. Yeah. And I can just imagine how that young man was going in, because what, see, let me just start at the beginning of what happened. Okay. The young man, his woman and her child was together. She was returning a rental vehicle, okay, to a rental place. And they got a ride home. I guess they got a ride home after they returned the rental vehicle. They got a ride, but the police pulled over the driver of the vehicle for a busted tail light, okay? And the officer asked for identification from the passenger, which was the young man. I forgot his name. The young man that was beat down real bad. Mm-hmm. He asked for his ID, right? A passenger's ID. And I guess the young man resisted, didn't want to give him his ID. And the officer asked him to step out of the vehicle. And I guess an argument ensued and a struggle ensued, I guess. And maybe the man was dragged out of the vehicle. I really don't know. Okay. But I'm just imagining how that scenario went. Because, see, one thing you have to do is really be calm. If you are pulled over by a law enforcement official, you have to remain calm in that situation. Mm-hmm. Your emotions is not going to help you. I'm just being real with y'all right now, okay? Some of y'all are way too emotional and you're way too fearful. That's another thing. You're way too fearful. You cannot live your life in fear of a police officer. You can't live that way. It's not healthy. You're way too emotional. All you have to do is remain calm in that situation. I have been pulled over several times over the years. I pulled over by a police officer for whatever reason. I've always remained calm in every situation. They asked for my identification. I gave it to them. I didn't backtalk them. I didn't go off on them. I always remained calm in every situation. But the problem with this situation is the guy was a passenger. Why are you asking for his identification as a passenger? So I can understand why he got upset and why he got overly emotional about the situation, because I'm a passenger. Why are you asking for my ID? You pulled over the driver for a busted tail light. I have nothing to do with that. We're just getting a ride home, from the car rental place. We just dropped off a car rental and we're getting a ride home, and the driver gets pulled over, but you're asking for my identification. That didn't make any sense. I understand that part, but baby, you all have got to remain calm in these situations. Y'all are way too emotional and you're way too fearful. You're way too fearful. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because when you said emotional men, that's the first thing I thought about. That young man that got beat down the way he got beat down by the law enforcement official. Now, the man was on the ground. I forgot his name. He was on the ground. He wasn't resisting arrest on the ground, but the police officer kept punching him in the head. On the ground, the police officer kept punching. I saw the video, kept punching him in the head while the man was on the ground. He wasn't resisting arrest at that point because they had subdued them. They subdued them on the ground. And I'm like, what? See, these polices, I know how to use correct grammar, you know. These polices, they are way too stressed out here. Some of them walk around in a lot of fear. Mm-hmm. And you should not be a police officer. If you're a scary person, do not apply for any police officer position. Please go into another profession. Because that police officer should have been a fucking UFC fighter. The way he was punching that man in the head, he kept punching him in the head like a UFC fighter. Baby, you in the wrong profession. You should have been a UFC fighter. You should not be a police officer. Period. But they fired the police officer. They fired him. This happened right in Clayton County, honey. That stuff been going on for years in Clayton County. Mm-hmm. Black men's been getting their asses beat by law enforcement officials for years. Okay, for years, for decades. Okay, in this state. So that's what I just wanted to talk about that. That's all I had to say.
Well, I'm glad that you did bring that up because I want your opinion and I want the opinion of the chat room, and I want to send a shout out to my Facebook. We are live simulcast on Facebook as well, of course, here on YouTube. So I just want to send a shout out because I know my Facebook family, they sometimes think I'm not, I don't care too much about them, but because I don't never acknowledge, but we are live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm glad you brought that up because I just had a conversation with somebody with this black power type mindset. And I understand justice, I understand injustice, okay? But also I understand Negroes is stupid. Mm. And I'm not going to support you when you're a dumbass.
That's true. That's true.
Because this is the mindset that these people have. As long as it's a black movie, I don't care what the quality is. It can be doo-doo, whatever. But it's a black man making. Yeah, but the movie sucks. If I'm going to support a black man in this movie, then his movie should be just as good as quality as the Asian movie or the white man's movie or anybody else's movie. Here's a piece of product that sucks. Why should I support that simply because, a black man done it? That's not how I roll. Now, you can do that if you want to. I support your movie because your movie is good. I never really liked Spike Lee movies. The only thing about Spike Lee I really liked was Malcolm X. I cannot think of nothing else by Spike Lee that I really liked. His first movie, School Days, I watched that. That was pretty cool. But I'm not really a Spike Lee fan. I don't like his style. I just don't. When you don't like something, you just don't like it. But I'm supposed to like it because, Spike Lee's a black man. Yeah, I support Spike Lee, but I'm not gonna go all out the way. He's producing. Spike Lee is producing a product. That movie is a product. It's like buying something. If you make a hamburger I don't like, I'm not gonna buy that hamburger. I don't care who make it.
I like Tales from the Hood. I like that.
I never seen that.
Spike Lee made a movie back in '95 and again in 2019 called Tales from the Hood, and it was good. Yeah. I like the first one though, 1995. I like the first one.
Well, I said,
it was good.
I'm just using that as an example. Just because a black man done it, don't mean I'm gonna support it simply because you're black. Just like they voted for Barack Obama like the way they did. Because he's a black man. Don't know nothing about him. He's gonna be the first black man in the White House. All that silly stuff. I don't roll like that. I don't roll with you. If the black man is wrong, I'm not gonna support you. Now, when you're right, I'm gonna support you. But when you're silly and do some dumbass things, I can't support that. Now look, I want to bring up that what's his name? The brother that got shot in the back 7 times. Jacob, whatever his name is. So I don't even keep up with
Jacob Blake,
or whatever his name is. I don't even really keep up with this stuff because that's not my As long as you live in America, you're going to have Jacob Blake, you're going to have Trayvon Martin, Sean Bell. It's going to keep going on and on. It's not going to stop till you change the condition. The condition is still there. It's going to go on and on and on. So I don't trip off of that because I'm more interested in changing the condition. Once you change the condition of your situation, you don't have to worry about that no more. You got some other worries, but it won't be that. But this brother, now, from what I saw or what I heard, this man wasn't even supposed to be at this house. It was a restraining order against him or something like he was not supposed to be going to his ex-girlfriend's house or whatever. He was there. They called the police, and I guess he was ordered to leave, and he refused to leave or whatever. And he might be under the influence of drugs. Who knows? But where I got into it with this Black Power person, now, they told this man he needs to leave, or they was giving him instructions, and the man refused to obey instructions. I'm shocked that he didn't get shot soon after they gave him instructions. But they didn't. They held back and let him do all that moving around. He moved around towards his vehicle and began to reach in the vehicle. Now, my Black Power person saying the cop should have not shot him and allowed him to go in the vehicle, and who knows what's in the vehicle. Nobody in their right mind, a drug dealer, is not going to let you go into your car after you and him get into an argument and reach into your vehicle, and he's going to let you pop off first. Because nobody in their right mind is going to do that. We don't know what's in that man's vehicle. Now, after the fact, they found a knife, but you don't know that. So the police officer, I don't give a damn what his race is, has the right to protect his life, because you going into a vehicle, you don't know what this man getting ready to pull out. The police officer has the right to defend himself, and you better get the shot off first before this guy able to get his off. I mean, that's just common sense. But see, when you're pro-Black, he shouldn't have shot him for it. You asking for it. You go into your vehicle, reach into your vehicle. They don't know what you got. You asking to be shot. I'm shocked the man is not dead. But now he's paralyzed. He's got a long time about that dumbass move he made, because it was stupid to me. I would never have done that, and I have never done that. The times that I have been, and I have had guns, police have had guns on me. Not only that, ordinary people have pulled guns on me. And when somebody gets put you in that position, you're not in a position to get all big and bad. What you gonna do? Shoot them with your thumb? What you gonna do when somebody got the drop on you with a weapon? Whether it's a police officer or whether it's your next door neighbor across the street or whoever. So I've had guns to my head, and I'm just cool, calm, and collect, and blah, blah, blah. I've been robbed 2 times. I had Negroes just was mad at me, threatening to shoot me. I've had these cops pull guns on me. I'm cool, calm, and collect. Now, when you run your big ass mouth and agitate the situation, it's going to end up bad for you, because you don't have nothing to defend yourself with. What you going to do? So I don't care what this pro-Black person say, and I don't care what the color of the police officer was. You do not go and reach into your vehicle, and people don't know what the hell's going on. They're not going to let you get that off. What if this man came out with a submachine gun, shot them cops up, and even the people that's around, the other people that's watching? Then what these pro-Black folks gonna say? Now, he shouldn't have shot him 7 times in the back. But again, this is the emotional situation, and these guns are designed when you're nervous and trembling, you just get to pop it off. It's easy to pull the trigger, just get the pop. They automatic. But I cannot be on a jury and I can say that the cop was not justified in popping off, because I would do the same thing. You're not gonna pop off on me. You're not popping off on me like that. I'm not gonna let you go to the trunk of your car. I'm not gonna let you go in your vehicle and get something and pop off on me. I'm not gonna do that. Now, if this pro-black person want to get their brains blowed off or whatever, that's your business. I'm not doing it. Now, they told me, and then when you say that to them, you an agent, you the Uncle Tom, you a coon, you do that. That's why y'all ass run around here getting scammed by all these Negroes, getting all your money took. That's why they able to lead you to roads to nowhere, because you're gullible. You all caught up in all that black stuff and a black man, and you trusting, and these people exploiting you because you don't have common sense. You don't think for yourself. Black people, black folks, soul brothers and sisters do right, and they also do wrong. I will support you in your righteousness. When you're wrong, when you do something dumb and stupid, I can't get with that. Hell, you make me look bad. I can't do that. Andre say, police need more training. I'm going to tell you, Brother Andre, the Negro needs more training. He should not have went to his car and reached in there. You asking for it. When are black folks, when is soul brothers and sisters, when we going to take responsibility for the dumbass thing that we do? You asking for it. If I go into a bank with a mask and a gun in my hand, what you think the security guard gonna do? Well, I wasn't gonna do nothing. You're asking for it. Why are you going into a bank with a mask with a gun in your hand? Then talk about, I wasn't doing nothing. Why is I get shot? Because you a dumbass Negro with a mask with a gun in your hand in a bank. That's why you got shot. We do dumbass things and then expect somebody to cry for you. I can't do that. The police have responsibility, and we have responsibility too. When are we gonna, just like they talk about the CIA put drugs in our neighborhood in the 1980s, put crack in it. Nobody told your ass to smoke crack. Nobody told your ass to do heroin. Apparently there's something about you that you're attracted to heroin. I was living in the 80s. I did not smoke no crack. I never done no heroin. Matter of fact, nobody that I knew around me was doing this stuff. They know something is wrong with you, and they know that you're going to do it, and so they gave it to you. And you gobbled it up. You can put crack and cocaine or whatever right here in this room with me. I won't touch it because I don't want it. They know that you want it. They put guns in your neighborhood because they know you're going to shoot yourself. That's why they do it. If they thought that you was going to use those guns to shoot them, they wouldn't do it. They know you. They know that you're an idiot. You're mentally dead and stupid.
A nation full of crackheads and dopeheads and winos. That's, you know, you can't think straight when you're on crack. You can't think straight when you're smoking weed. You can't think straight when you're alcoholic.
Right.
You just can't think straight. It's messing up your brain cells. It's causing damage to your brain cells. Putting all those chemicals into your body like that. And, it's not going to help you. I can tell you that. Being incapacitated on dope and alcohol, that's not going to help you. I mean, the young man looked like he was under the influence of a drug. When I looked at that video, he just, Jacob Blake just appeared or came across like he was under the influence of a drug. Okay. That was a problem for him. He wasn't thinking straight. Just like what's the other guy that got shot here in Atlanta? Rashad Brooks. Yeah. Just like him, Rashad Brooks. He was under the influence of alcohol at the time. he got into that altercation with the police officer. That could have went another way. The whole situation could have went another way. Okay, the police officer could have ended up harmed or hurt in that situation also, because Rashard was able to grab one of the tasers from the officers, and as he was running, he turned around and fired the taser. But I guess he didn't know, it was on a safety. Like it was on safety or whatever. He didn't know how to use the damn taser. But you can clearly see in the video he turns around and fired the taser, but it didn't discharge because he didn't know how to damn take the safety thing off. That could have ended badly for the police officer that was pursuing him that night. So y'all, as soon as he turned around to put Rayshard Brooks in handcuffs, that is when Rayshard Brooks started resisting arrest. That was the only time he started resisting arrest. Prior to that, the situation was going fairly well. But as soon as that officer told him to turn around, put your hands behind your back, that is when, Rayshard Brooks started resisting arrest. At that point, if he had not done that, he would still be alive today.
Well, we found out that the reason why he was resisting, because you told me that he was basically on probation.
Yeah, he was already on probation.
Yeah. So, but again, simply for me, if we are in the right, I can support that. We do some dumb ass things and you're asking for it. If I go out here in the street and just slap somebody, I'm asking to be killed, because they can either hit me back, or they can cuss me out, they can call the police, or they can take out a knife or a gun and shoot me. I'm asking for it. We do things to put ourselves in situations and you're asking for it. The countdown to the Grim Reaper started. These men, because they was under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or whatever, or some of us are just stupid and silly. I've seen people, and some of them may not even be under the influence. We act so silly and stupid, like, what are you gonna do with somebody with the gun and the authority to kill you? The police officer has a weapon, he has the authority to kill you. If you hit him, he's justified in blowing your brains out, trying to cause him bodily harm. We're not thinking. And then you got all this old pro-blackness fake stuff. We supposed to support our people. Well, they ain't my people. We're not a people. We just some feral slaves running around, some over here, some over there. We're not no people. Come on, I'm doing this for my people. We are people. We're not a people. You and your group, I'm in my little group. Everybody's in that group. Ain't nobody no people. Because if we was a people, then we would have organized behavior. There's things that we do and don't do. And if we was a people, because I know that we are on point together, then when this person get in trouble, all of us come to the rescue. But that's not how it is. Everybody doing their own thing. We're not a people. But that's my people. These same people that these folks foaming at the mouth, if they said anything against the Moors or the Nation of Islam, they would be called Uncle Tom. See, you don't know that. But as soon as you find that out, your whole attitude about them change. You don't look at them just like the brother that was shot in California trying to go to his grandmother's house, and they found out he didn't like black women. He had an Asian girlfriend. So it was all the police do this and the police do that. Then when they find out what he wrote about black women, I can't support him. I can't do this. That's the reason why he got shot and killed, was because he was a black man. Not because he had an Asian girlfriend or his opinions or whatever. And that's what it's all about. It's not about what these people are doing. So you find out that a brother, you a Muslim, you find out the brother eat pork every day. I guess you won't support him because you don't eat pork. That's a sin against God. We are silly. We're not no people. You in your little group, I'm in my little group. We're not no group of no people. So that's not my people anyway. And you're an idiot anyway. You're doing things that's stupid. Don't expect me to help you, support you. We have to take responsibility for ourselves. Even myself. I was locked up for 10 years. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Because I had to take responsibility for what got me in that situation. I didn't have to be in that situation. I was a dumbass. I knew, matter of fact, I knew it would go. I did not know I was going to end up being locked up for 10 years, but I knew I was going to jail, and I knew I was going to enter the criminal justice system. I didn't care. I was silly. I was stupid. And I paid for it with 2 years of my life. These brothers paid for their ignorance and stupidity with their lives. And many of us will pay for our stupidity with their life. It just so happened I was lucky. And I've done dumb things before, even that. It just so happened I got a second chance. Some of us don't get second chances. Like the little brothers again, sister, in Atlanta. Remember the little brothers that was robbing that house? And the brother was there, just so happened to be there with his mother. He went out there and shot those young brothers.
Oh yeah. They was out robbing folks.
Yeah.
You know, out robbing folks on a school night at that. It was on a school night. What is going on? They should have been in the house, in the bed, somewhere probably asleep or looking at TV or playing on their cell phone. They shouldn't have been out robbing somebody in the middle of the night. Yeah. And that's how they ended up dead.
Yeah.
Because they was out robbing people in the neighborhood. And this happened in, I believe, Conyers, Georgia. Last year, I believe. It was last year. So, you know, honey, people need to really be mindful. It might have been earlier this year. My bad. It could have been earlier this year. I might have the years mixed up. It could have been earlier this year that happened. Okay? That happened earlier this year, I think. But, you know, you have to... See, those were young boys. Like... Yeah. You know, young boys, teenagers. Yeah. You know, I guess no guidance. Maybe their parents are bad parents. I mean, because, you know, let's face it, we have a lot of bad parents. Yeah. There's a lot of bad parents out here. You should not have had children. A lot of you should not have had children because you're horrible. You're horrible parents. Yeah. And, you know, maybe lack of guidance, lack of leadership, you know, from older guys, you know, that may have played a huge role in these dudes going out, or I'm sorry, these young boys going out robbing people in the middle of the night. Okay, in Conyers, Georgia, earlier this year. So, you know, we just, you know, we just are messed up people. We be messed up in the head. A lot of us just messed up. We have a chemical imbalance in the brain, a lot of us. And I'm just going to keep it real with y'all today. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. A lot of folks just have a chemical imbalance in the brain. You know, you got a lot of mental problems in our community, or a lot of mental illnesses, a lot, you know, and it's just, you know, it's unfortunate that they cut, you know, the programs that would help a lot of these people with their mental illnesses. They cut a lot of those programs out. The government did. They cut a lot of those programs out that would have helped a lot of these people with these various mental illnesses. But, you know, that's the state of our community right now. If you can call it a community, I don't know, you know. I guess it's a community. I don't feel like we are a community at all. But, hey, you know. That's where we at. I don't feel like we are a community of people. You know, so.
Well, legend says some black men are in jail because of their emotions, not being being black. I know that from experience. And that's And that was the first topic I really wanted to deal with, because emotion does have something to do with these tragedies. I wanted to add also, now, I've been on this planet among black men for over 50 years. And these persons in 2020, since I've been on social media, these black men are the most childish, infantile, silly people. I've never seen men, weak men like this before in my life. They get upset because you don't believe what they believe. Now, when they first start off talking to you, they try to be intelligent and suave and scholarly. But as you continue to reject their advances, then all of a sudden you're Uncle Tom, they want to kill you, and all this other crazy stuff. They can't hold a decent conversation. I was just talking to a brother, and he's bragging, well, I've been studying for 33 years, and blah, blah, blah. And I read all these books, and blah, blah. And I told him, well, that's nice that you've been studying and researching, and you're a scholar, you know, to yourself or whatever. But for me, you still come to the wrong conclusion. You have not been able to satisfy what I want. In order for you to prove your case to me, you haven't been able to satisfy. Now, for me, I don't give a damn whether you accept what I say or not. I don't care. I'm not going to get upset. I'm just letting you know how I feel, my opinion. I'm going about my business. You never heard me come on here and talk about they so stupid. They can't accept reality. Them stupid coons, them Uncle Tom, them Asians. You never heard me talk like that. Never. Because you are where you at. I cannot expect you to be where I'm at. Everybody thinks differently. I can't expect you, and I'm not going to try to force you to think the way that I think. These men and some women think they can bully you and call your name, and someone will even threaten your life to force you to believe. Why would I want to force somebody to believe in what I'm trying to say or present? Because if you do that by using fear, it's not real anyway. But I guess they don't care as long as you're on their side. So that makes it all fake. The people not sincere. This is the reason why you see all these black women bashing videos. Because these guys are weak. Instead of challenging the enemy, they turn their frustration on women and children and even the elderly. Oh, the elders failed. The elders didn't do this. And the thugs and the ratchets talk about the young people and the women as lesbians and the feminism. Again, another case. When are you going to take responsibility for yourself as men? If the men are the leaders, once the men straighten themselves up, everything else will fall into place. The women will come and do what they got to do, and the children will follow, and so forth. The reason why the women are the way they are, because they haven't had no man. That's the reason why. If I was a woman, I wouldn't follow your happy ass either. We've been here for 500 years. What have your man ass done, Mr. Man, Mr. Alpha Male? What have you done? What are you doing? The best thing you can do is open up a hot dog stand and maybe a school or some shack that you call a school. You do not challenge the powers that be, only with your mouth, because you don't know what to do. You're not a man. You're nothing but a fur slave that came off the plantation. You never had to be a man. So what makes you a man? You was a fur slave on the plantation. There was no men on the plantation. Then he set you free. All of a sudden, because the white man set you free, somebody gave you your freedom. Now all of a sudden you're a man. How? How you a man when another man, after you become free, this other man tell you to sit down and you sit your ass down. The other man tell you to stand up, you stand up. How are you a man when another man is kicking you in your backside? Even to this day, Mr. Man, I don't see nothing you do as a man. And you want what do you do that these women can't do? Oh, I know what you can do. You can go to the toilet and stand up and take a wig. You can do that. But as far as anything else concerned, women can build schools. Women can do all this stuff that y'all talk about. Women can do everything, anything that you do, women can do it. So what make you a Mr. Man? And you don't expect a woman to challenge the white man. You don't expect a woman, a man's supposed to challenge. And the sad thing about it is, a lot of these sisters are more brave and challenge this demon than you will. Most of these guys are nothing but vagina hungry. And they want to be treated like a man, but they don't want to qualify as one. Do you think that this Caucasian man got all this because he can talk good? No, he got all this because some of them had to die. They had to sacrifice. The Native American people, the people that was already here, they didn't just say, oh, we're the white man, let's move out the way. That's not what happened. A lot of Caucasian people, they had to fight the native, they had to fight the bears and the other vicious creatures that's here, the mosquitoes, they had to fight it all to get all this. And you think you're gonna go to them and they're gonna give you a whole lot of stuff. You don't have to do a damn thing because you owe us reparations. I owe you a damn thing. They don't owe you nothing. If they gave you reparations, you better pray and thank your God or whatever. They don't have to give you nothing. He's a conqueror. He came in and conquered the people, kicked their ass, and moved them out. And you think that the people that was already here were so holy and righteous. How do you know that somebody wasn't here before they got here and they kicked their ass and moved them out? How do you know that? You don't know. Because ain't nobody on this planet holy and righteous. And when you're looking at a patriarchal society, patriarchal thinking, that's what men do. Men like to dominate. They push other men out the way and move them out so they can take over. Even in the animal kingdom, you see that. That's what males do. Kick the old one out and the new ones come in. That's what males do. What is the one who is the most fitted, the strongest, is the one who rules by physical force. And this Caucasian man is so dynamic. Not only can he rule you by physical force, but he's a smart cookie too. Because he's so smart, he can get you to killing yourself. So he don't have to do it. You keep yourself in check. He don't have to do a damn thing. That's how smart he is. And you know it, but you so stupid and so wacky, you have no choice but to submit because you're nothing but a feral slave. You still ain't came out of slavery yet. You too busy worrying about what another Negro doing and the powers that be kicking all of you in your ass. By the time the Native Americans found out they should have united, it was too late. By the time the Africans decided they wanted to try to unite, it was too late. Because y'all a bunch of dumbasses. And maybe y'all are a Native American and Africans because you're stupid just like they are. Too dumb to unite, too stupid, too arrogant, too selfish, dumbasses. And then you make up these little stories. I'm a god, I'm a goddess, I'm a king. You're a feral ass comfortable slave. I'm the original man. You're the original slave too. Who is the best person on the planet? Who do they pick to be a slave? They found out that this African melanated people, the best slaves on the planet, and you are. And you're still playing the slave role.
That is so true.
He's still playing the slave role.
That is so true.
Talking all this God and stuff. You ain't know nothing. Nothing but fairy tale fantasy stuff. So you want to threaten my life because I don't want to be an African. I'm not no damn African.
Or an Aboriginal.
I'm not
or an Aboriginal.
I'm not none of that crap that you're talking about.
Ooh, they want to threaten your life because you ain't a Christian.
Yeah, you ain't a Christian. You don't threaten my life.
You're not a Muslim, or you're not a Muslim, or you're not a Hebrew Israelite.
You're going to go to hell and God going to do this. And
yeah.
And some of them can't wait on God. They'll try to hurt you themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to wait on God. But it just kills me how crucified and pathetic they get to crying because you reject what they talk about. You are African, you a Muslim, whatever. They get to crying and whatever because they love because they've been studying for so long. I done read all these books and the science and everything support me. Why you don't believe me? They get all upset. That's your problem. You don't satisfy my criteria. It's simple as that. And the thing about it is I can defend my position. That's what they really don't like, when you can defend your position. Because when you come here, you always gonna be on the defensive. You're never gonna be on the offense. I'm always keep you on the defensive. I will always be on the offensive. Because what you're talking about has a lot of errors and a lot of flaws. I don't give a damn if you study for 33 years or 100 years. It does not change. You came to the wrong conclusion. I don't give a damn if you study for 100 years, 1 + 1 do not equal 3. And that's your problem. Oh, these guys. You know something? I'm almost getting to the point where I don't even want to talk to men no more. They're too childish really for me. I don't even want to talk to the brothers no more, which would be fine. I don't need no men in my life. I don't need none. I don't need no men in my life at all. I'll be perfectly happy. Never talk to a man again. I won't have no problem with that. Now, moving on to my second topic. We want to roll. Ooh, I should have turned on the fan. My second topic is, without Angelsnupnup, Black America is doomed. How dare? I know some people would say, how dare you?
I mean, we are doomed. We are doomed.
Yeah, but I'm talking about without me.
Yeah.
I'm saying without me.
Yeah. Who said?
Now, where's my administrators? Get this crack stem cat out of here. That's all right. I can't even wait. Let me do it myself. Let me do it.
Oh, that's an unusual screen name, username, crack stem.
Yeah,
well, that was an unusual username, crack stem.
Yeah. Now come on, now wait. There we go.
That's unusual.
Sister Karen is in the house.
Hey, Sister Karen.
Oh, since that crack stem showed up. Oh yeah, okay. Made me lose my thought. Oh, I know what my third announcement was, and I want you brothers and sisters to help me, because I'm a nice guy and I always back down. But I want y'all to help me with this. That guy, Alcorn, that faceless guy, he is banned permanently from my channel. I do not want him on my channel no more. It's over. I blocked him from my email. I blocked him from this channel. He's blocked. I'm done.
Oh.
Alcorn is over. I don't want nothing to do with him no more. And this is what drove me over the edge. Alcorn sent me $1 to my medical fund.
$1.
$1. I mean, that's
$1. Couldn't even donate $10. $1.
But it's an insult. I mean,
couldn't even donate $10, $1.
Nothing.
Yeah, that was an insult.
That's
that was an insult.
That's an insult.
Yeah, that was.
You know, here I am. My health is I'm in bad shape. My health.
You took time out to talk to him too.
Yeah.
You took time out of your schedule.
Yeah.
And you took time out to have a conversation with him and feeling bad. You
right.
had a conversation with him while you was feeling bad. And he
right.
Wow.
And I told him, if you ever try to communicate and come on my channel, not only will I report him to YouTube, but I will take legal action. Because then you become a stalker, because you have been warned not to have nothing to do with me anymore. I don't bother you. I don't go to your channel. I don't talk to you. Do not come here.
Wow.
Go about your business. So, like I said, I know I can be a nice guy sometimes, and I have a little mercy. That's what they call, that's the straw that broke the camel's back, as they say.
$1.
Yeah, $1. So you think this is a joke? You think, I guess you think that's funny.
Yeah, trying to be funny. I was trying to be funny. Yeah,
I refunded him his $1.
And it was an insult too.
Yeah, and it's an insult.
It was an insult, yeah.
So I'm done. So if you ever see me or allow him to come to my channel, make sure y'all start hollering. Really, brother, no. Matter of fact, you leave. Matter of fact, you unsubscribe from me. You unsubscribe from me.
He'll create a new username just to, come and mess with you. He's one of those types. He'll create a new username just to come and mess with you.
Of course. Yeah. But I would screenshot those names, and when I accumulate enough, then I will go to law enforcement. He would be a stalker, and actually he's crossing over. See, when you cross from state to state, it becomes a federal crime. So on the internet, you're committing a felony. So I would advise him, you leave me alone. I'm not these other people. When I start making my moves on you, I'm not gonna stop till I get your ass in jail. My brother. So now back to our discussion before I get too sick to continue here. Look, $1, yeah. It's funny. It's a joke. All right. You can take your joke and you can laugh with your own people, but you're never gonna come back here again. I want nothing to do with you. There's a reason why these people are faceless. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Have no honor, have no integrity, poor character, deceivers. There's a reason why they hide. Not all of you. But many of these people who are troublemakers, that's their intent. Okay. How dare you say to us, without Angelsnupnup7, America is doomed? How you get the nerve? Bro, how you get the nerve to say such a thing without you? There was a episode of Hell's Kitchen. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Hell's Kitchen, the cooking show. I really like that show, Chef Ramsay and the cooking show. There was an episode where there was 6 chefs, but they only wanted 5 dishes in order to compete in this competition. So the people gathered together. What are the 5 that we're going to use so that we can win this competition? And so their decision really was based upon popularity. That's what it was based upon. Popularity and how aggressive somebody was. And the other people backed down. And the dish they did not pick was by somebody they really didn't respect. They didn't really do too well in the competition or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna put that dish on the back burner. But this person was confident. They said, why are you taking my dish out of the equation? I think, I think it's very, very good. And whatever. So the competition began, and they went back and forth. And these people lost. They lost the competition. But after they lost, Chef Ramsay and the other judges, they wanted to taste the dish that they did not choose. And when they tasted the dish that was chosen, Chef Ramsay told them, had you picked this one, y'all would have won. But they didn't pick that person because they're not popular. There's something wrong with them. They're not cute enough. Something about their personality. Some about them was wrong. But they had the dish that they needed in order to get over the hump, and they would have won the competition. Using myself as an example. I wanted to play basketball. And I knew I had a little game. But I was not popular. I was a nerd. I was known for, my book smarts or whatever. I was not known for basketball. And really I couldn't dribble. I can't dribble that well. But I could shoot and I could move fast. That was my strong point. I could shoot and I could move fast. But I wasn't popular. So every day on the court, when they playing basketball, and they choosing everybody, and I want to play too, I don't never get picked. I'm just on the side. But one day, because this guy didn't have no choice, he's like, okay, I pick him. And in his mind, well, I already know I'm going to lose. In his mind. Because I'm not popular. I'm shorter than everybody. People don't like me like that. We get on the court. I'm unstoppable. I think I'm Michael Jordan or somebody. Because I'm fast. They couldn't keep up with me. And I can shoot. I'm going pow, pow, pow. I'm just flying up and down the court. Endless energy. And we won. Big time. And kept winning. They couldn't take us off the court. And from then on, now everybody want to play with me. You cannot judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a book because because you don't like. You don't know what you missing. So what I'm saying simply, to make a long story short, the black community, the Aboriginal, Native American, Indian community, whatever you want to call yourself, and the Hebrew Israelites and the Moors, y'all gonna lose when you take Angelsnupnup7 out of the equation. Because I'm the one, and what's coming from this platform is what can take you over the top. I guarantee. Can take you over the top. Yeah, you're good, and y'all can get things going, but you're never gonna get over the hump. Because you're missing a key team member that can give you the shot that you need to win the game. Mm-hmm. I remember I was playing basketball one time, and of course, I'm the superstar, right? And it was this little brother, and I got confidence in him, but it was the last shot of the game. And he had the ball. I'm the superstar. Give it to me. I got more of a chance to make the point than he do. And he said, I'm taking it. And I'm like, oh, no. We're going to lose. He was confident. But see, I should have had confidence in him. my teammate. He said, I'm taking this. No, I don't shoot like you do, but I can shoot, and I'm going to do this. And the ball went up in the air. He let the ball go up in the air. And it was like it was in slow motion. It was way up in the air. It was nothing but nets when it came out. Wow. People was like, wow. It was just like, But that was from somebody that you didn't think too much of. Shot the winning game point. And see, the superstar, I'm the superstar, right? Now, the thing about being a superstar is you draw all the attention. And they don't have no respect for the little guy that can't play no ball. So I got 2 or 3 men trying to guard me, make sure I don't get the ball. He's open, he sets up, and he makes the winning shot. I drew all the attention, but see, they underestimated my teammate. See, you underestimate Angelsnupnup7. You underestimate what I can bring to this struggle. I'm going to tell you, and I want you to prove me wrong. You're never going to make it over the hump without Angelsnupnup7. You ain't going to do it. Not going to make it. I guarantee that. Because I'm the team member that bring you new strategy. I'm the team member that show you a different way of doing things. Instead of the same old, that's not working. You see it's not going to work. When you play basketball and you see that something is not working, the coach take you into a room and y'all watch the videotape and you try to find out what can we do differently. Because this is what we're doing, the strategy we're using now ain't working. The other team is stopping us from making points. So that means you got to change your strategy. You refuse to change your strategy.
All that voting ain't gonna help you.
Yeah.
All that voting ain't gonna help.
Help.
Making documentaries about racism and racist cops ain't gonna help us.
No.
Going to the polls in November or before November, whatever, is not gonna help us. Okay. No. What you've been doing, black people, what we've been doing for the last 100 years has not stopped racist cops from killing us.
No.
It hasn't stopped racist cops from locking black folks up for any little thing. It hasn't stopped racial profiling. All of your voting, all of your elections and selections of individuals to represent you in Congress and in the Senate, it hasn't helped black people in this country.
Absolutely.
Joe Biden's and Kamala Harris's election or selection as president and vice president is not going to help black people in this country. What Taalik is saying is, without him, black people are doomed. Without the Exodus Mississippi campaign, black people are doomed. Yeah. Because first of all, we have no power. Okay, we have no power because our economics is not. It's not good. Our economic situation is not good in this country. I mean, collective economic situation. I mean, you have individual black people that are rich and wealthy, like Oprah and, certain people, individuals in our people, in our group that is rich and wealthy and, but our economic, collective economics is not great. It's not great. Okay. What we've been doing for the past 100 years and it's good to get an education. It's good to get your degrees. It's okay. But if you don't apply all of that knowledge that you have accumulated, all of the knowledge from the books that that you have read, if you don't apply that,
right.
It's not going to produce any power for you. You have to apply the knowledge that you have accumulated and learned. You have to put it into practicality. practicality and apply it, to the situation that we're in. Otherwise, it's not doing you any good. It's not really doing you any good. I mean, just knowledge by itself is not power.
Yes.
Okay. Just knowledge alone is not power. You have to put it into practicality and apply it to the situation that we're in this country. So, going to vote for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is not going to change our collective economic status. Do you all understand what I'm saying? It's not going to change our collective economic status in this country. Okay? So.
That's true. You have to look at it this way. Having knowledge is incredible. It's a wonderful thing. But at the same time, you have to use it appropriately according to what it was designed for. You do not use an auto repair manual to fix a sink. You never see somebody, if you want your sink fixed, you do not call an auto mechanic. He does not have the knowledge. Now, you can have one come to your house, but don't expect your sink to be fixed properly because he don't have that kind of knowledge. So you can have the knowledge of the Torah. You can have the knowledge of the Quran. You can have the knowledge of the Bible itself. You can have the knowledge of whatever these books and stuff that you read, but is it appropriate knowledge to apply to your situation? That's the key. And it's not.
It's not.
The reason why I'm speaking to you right now is because I was able to find the correct knowledge. When I first got locked up, my black scholarship did not help me at all, period. It did not help me. My knowledge of God did not help me. My knowledge of the universe did not help me. The only thing that helped me was appropriate knowledge, and the appropriate knowledge was learning the laws, the criminal laws of the state that I was incarcerated in, and understanding what psychology was. When I began to understand and gain that knowledge, next thing I know, I was on my way out. And I'm telling you that if you did the same thing, got the right knowledge, the appropriate knowledge, we'd be on our way out. You will see it. I was on the verge of suicide because I said to myself, I'm not going to lay here and let these people keep me locked up here the rest of my life. I'd rather die. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to kill myself. But then, slowly but surely, things start happening, and I could see my way out. The knowledge started coming to me. And next thing you know, the walls start crumbling down. What they say in religion, talking about the guy that blew the horn, Jericho.
The walls of Jericho came tumbling down. The walls of Jericho.
The walls of Jericho.
Even though it's not a real story, but hey.
Not a real story. But that horn got to blowing and the walls start tumbling down when you get right now. And that's what happened. I mean, before I knew it, I was on my way out. I could see it. And the people that was trying to keep me in, they could see it. It was just a matter of time. And I came on out. I'm telling us, we do the right thing, and these walls going to start crumbling down, and we'll be out. And the sad thing about it is, you will say to yourself, man, we could have done that long time ago. Yeah, but you was ignorant. You selfish. You're all into yourself. You think the little brother and the little sister, the nobodies, can't do nothing for you.
Yeah. So they look at us and think we nobodies. Oh, they nobodies. You know,
Hey.
they look. That's how they look at us and treat us. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, Sister Noble and Taalik, they nobodies. They
Nobody.
Yeah. We ain't got to pay them no attention. They don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about, you know. You know, they don't believe in God, so I don't want to listen to nothing they got to say anyway, because they don't believe in God. She reject Jesus, so I don't want to listen to nothing she got to say anyway.
Right,
you know?
right.
They waiting on their black Jesus to come from the sky. That's what it is. They waiting on a black savior to come from the sky and save us, and it's not going to happen.
I was the little brother sitting on the bench. Nobody wanted me. But then when I got on the court and started doing my thing, now everybody wanted me. They want to pick me first now because they want to win. But see, you could have been winning a long time ago, but you looked over me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they looked over the cook that had the winning dish and lost. And they got punished for that. There's a punishment when you lose, you know, those competitions on Hell's Kitchen. So now they scrubbing floors and mopping floors and washing dishes because they didn't have, because they looked over somebody because they did not like them. A nobody.
I thought that person was a nobody. That's what they thought.
That person was a nobody.
Yeah, that's what they thought.
I don't think
that is EOG Alquan. Is that Alquan?
You know, I think so.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
But I'm gonna let it stand because I'm not really sure. But I think so.
Yeah, that's. I think that might be Alquan.
But I'm gonna warn him. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna warn him. I'm not playing no games with this cat. You mess up, you make the wrong move. I'm not gonna stop till you're in jail. Now you think everything is funny, you think everything is a game. I'm the wrong one to play with. I'm like a pit bull. Once I lock down, it's on and popping. I'm after you. Go on about your
I might have to file a charge against next door neighbor.
Yeah.
For making a false police report. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I might have to file a charge against her. Yeah, for making a false police report. So, you know.
At the point this troll is stalking. Why do you need to make different accounts to come here? You're stalking.
Yeah, exactly. Stalking. Yeah.
Because you was told you're not wanted. I'm not on your channel. I don't come there. I don't make other channels to come and mess with you. I don't do that. I don't want nothing to do with you.
And then somebody keep flagging down all my videos that I make. I believe it's him too. Because I always got one down thumb. Always. On every video. I believe it's him too. I always get a one down thumb early when I post my video early. Like, you know, like, okay. You know. I believe that's him too.
I think this video got 5 thumbs down right now.
But I'm saying, like, every time I post a video and it don't be up for long, I get 1 thumb down.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of them be thumbs up, but I always get that 1 thumb down as soon as I post it. I notice that.
It could be your other friend.
Yeah.
You know, the porn maker.
Cause see, the porn maker, yeah. But I want to block his channel, but I don't know his channel. I want to block it though. Yeah, I want to block him, but I don't know his channel. I don't know. Right. See what I'm saying? I don't know his username. Do you know it? Because I want to block it. Really?
No, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know. So,
and then to bring my little comment to conclusion, why can't I say without Angelsnupnup7, Black America is doomed? Y'all do it. You said without Jesus, we're doomed. Without Muhammad, the teachers of Muhammad, Black people, we're doomed. You know, more science. All you cats do it. Well, I can't say it. We need you. If you don't accept Islam, if you don't accept Jesus, if you don't accept being a comedic, oh, we're doomed. So why I can't say it? How come I can't do it? But the difference between you and me is this. For the last 100 years, last 50 years, we've been Christian. Have your condition changed? No. Going on 100 years, we've had the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Have your condition changed? Nope. We voted. We built schools. All these things that y'all talk about that do over and over again. We've tried it. Is your condition changed? No.
Nope.
When is it going to change? In the year 3030? When is it going to change? Now, I'm different. You haven't tried my way. So you can't say whether the condition would change or not change. You don't know because you never tried. But your way has been tried. Somebody was saying the reason why we're in the condition we're in is because the people won't embrace the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. What have the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad done for the people that believe in? Nothing. You're incompetent. So why don't you try? I'm not telling you to give up your God. I'm not telling you to give up your belief or nothing. I'm just telling you and asking you. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not trying to give you no order or nothing. I'm just asking us, why don't we try to do something different and see if we can get a different result? That's all. But you won't do it because they have a mindset and you have a delusional way of looking at reality. You really don't even understand the situation that you're in. You know you're in a bad situation, but you really don't understand what you're dealing with. So you keep doing all these things really out of emotion, and you reactionary. You really have not really given serious, in-depth thought into what we're dealing with our situation. It's basically emotional. Oh, the white man's the devil. Look what he do. It's all emotional. It's not about, let's just calm down and seriously think what we need to do to get out of this once and for all. Not temporarily. When we get out, when I decide to get out the crazy house, I want to get out once and for all. I'm not going back. I don't want your probation. When I get out of here, I want out. And that's what you should want. We should want as a group and form ourselves as a people, and we want out of this situation once and for all. So yes, and I want you to prove me wrong. I want you to be successful. But I really doubt it because without me, you're done. And on that note, I'm really done. If there's something that a message our sister Nova want to bring to us, she's perfectly happy. You can do your thizzy.
Well, I understand everything you're saying, and I concur because, we've been doing the same thing for the past 100 years. We've been voting. We've been, educating ourselves. We've been putting people into office, selecting people for office that we thought was going to do something for Black people. Yeah. And, we're still in the system that we're in. We're still being dominated and subjugated and subdued and beat up, in the streets and, by law enforcement officials and being murdered by each other, So I'm just saying, like, Black folks killing each other also. They ain't just law enforcement officials killing Black folks, but, I agree with what you're saying. I think that we should do something big. Something that would put us on the map, that would give us instant power, at least, enough power to negotiate, certain things, in this system, that we're in. But, you know, I don't think these people are serious
Right.
about liberation. My opinion, I don't think they're serious about liberation at
I don't
all. I don't see it. You know, I don't see it. Somebody said, yes, it's not working, but what do we do? I mean, we have to do something different. We can't just keep doing the same things. Voting is not going to cut it. That's not going to give us any power. We don't have any power because we don't have any economic power. First of all, we don't have any power because we don't have any economic power. You know, we got individuals that got individual wealth, you know, but collectively, we don't have any economic power as a people in this country. And, you know, we can't just keep, you know, relying on a black Jesus to come and save us, because that's not going to happen. We can't keep looking toward, you know, the sky, you know, toward Yahweh or Allah, thinking that, you know, they're going to come and save us, you know, and you know, give us justice. That's not going to happen. And, you're not going to ever get justice in this system. You know, they're not going to give us reparations either. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Okay. Just think about it. That's not going to happen. If they wanted to give us reparations, we would have got reparations 100 years ago.
Right.
So, you know, we already behind the 8 ball already economically.
Right.
I mean, other groups are bypassing us. The Mexicans, the Cubans, the Haitians, even the Africans, they're bypassing us when they come to this country. They, you know, I mean, the Black American, it's like we're still in the infancy stage, you know, when it comes to economics.
Yes.
We're still in the infancy stage. And, you know, I don't think it's going to get any better for Black people in this country. I don't see us getting any better. I see much worse for our future, much worse. I don't see a good future for Black people in America. Okay. And we might as well go ahead and do something big, like Taalik said. We might as well. What do we have to lose at this point?
Right.
We don't have anything to lose at this point as a people in this country. Now, you know, we can sit back and just say, you know what, to hell with, you know, these people. You know, we can do that too. To hell with these people. I don't care about these people. I'm just gonna get mine, and I'm just gonna do me. And, you know, like a lot of us already doing.
Right.
We already doing that now.
Yeah.
Don't care about each other. Don't care nothing about the next man, whether, you know, a family member, you know, need help. Don't care nothing about each other. Don't care nothing about your family members. A lot of us are like that now. You know, we know folks in our family that need economic help, but we're not going to help them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to help them, you know, and that's the sad reality of the situation, you know, and, you know, we just don't treat each other right, period, as a people. We don't.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Lack of compassion for one another.
Mm-hmm.
You know, folks out here killing each other in the streets. You know, Black men out here shooting other Black men dead in the street. You know, I heard a story about, you know, somebody, you know, where I live, you know, how his son was murdered. He was murdered just before George Floyd, a white boy.
Mm-hmm.
He was 24 years old. He was murdered by some gang members in East Point, Georgia. And it happened just before George Floyd. They swept his case under the rug. The people that are responsible for his murder have not yet been arrested and put in jail. And, you know, I heard also that the East Point Police Department is under investigation for corruption. You know, we out here killing each other and killing, you know, killing kids and killing women, you know, but yet and still, you know, you keep saying Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Okay, well, if it mattered, why are you out here killing kids? Why are you out here killing Black kids? You know, if it mattered. Why are you out here killing each other if it matters? If Black Lives Matter so much, why are you out here killing one another, first of all? You know, so I'm just at a point now where I just don't think we're going to make it as a people in this country, period. We're not going to make it as a people in this country because really the lack of empathy and the lack of unity that we have among each other. And, I feel sorry for Mark's son that was shot dead. He was a white boy. And yes, unfortunately, it was some black gang members that killed him. Okay. It was some black gang members that murdered him. Okay. He was shot 8 times. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do believe it was a hate crime too. Yes, I do believe it was a hate crime. Okay. There is no excuse for violence. None. Unless you are personally, physically harmed in some kind of way. Unless somebody is physically trying to kill you in some kind of way, you have to defend yourself in self-defense. But there is no excuse for any type of violence. None. And I don't care. I don't condone violence. I don't care if you're doing it against a white person, and a Haitian, a Mexican, and Hispanic. There is no excuse for violence toward another group. Plain and simple. No excuse. So, people keep talking about Black Lives Matter, but kids out here being shot every day. Black kids out here being shot every day by other black people. But y'all don't protest about that. Y'all don't protest about the black people that are being murdered every day by other black people. You don't want to talk about that. Get out there and protest about that also. While you're protesting about police brutality, get out there and protest about black people that are being murdered every day by other black people. Talk about that. Protest about that.
I'd like to make a comment on that, a reply. And I know it's just not in my area, but perhaps all over the country. I mean, if you do a Google search or you investigate the local news in some of these major cities, and I know I hear this argument all the time that black folks don't care nothing about, other black folks dying. That's not true. That's not true. In my area, in the St. Louis, Missouri area, every year there's vigils. Every year there's marches against black on black crime. Every year. The victims of these crimes, they organize themselves, they have their candles and they march up and down the street or just hold vigils in a park somewhere. This is every year. And the local people, news folks, they might cover it and they might not. It just don't get, it's more dramatic when you talk about some police officer shooting somebody in the street than a vigil and, just people holding up some candles. I mean, that's not really newsworthy, it's not exciting. But they do that here. And I'm very sure all over the country that we do that. It just don't get any publicity like these other issues here. I'm very sure. What black person, what soul brother and sister finds some kind of joy in another black person killing another black person? You don't find no joy in that. Don't do that. Plus, now, there is also a difference. A cop is being paid to serve the citizens. The average brother and sister on the street. Now, when you talk about black on black crime, you're talking about criminal activity. You just happen that the criminal is a black person and the victim is a black person.
Exactly.
That's crime. That's crime. And most of the time, when you talk about crime, the majority of the time, The criminal lives in the neighborhood, lives in that area. They don't go outside the area. Just like a lot of white crime, whatever. That they do that amongst white folk and Asians, whatever. They don't go. They don't say, "Well, I'm not gonna rob my own people. I'm gonna go outside into the." You know, you stick out a lot of. You know, every time we go into the white community, you know that we stick out like a sore thumb. We're gonna be watched. Yeah, you're gonna do a crime, but somebody probably watching you. Being watched, so you go there. So usually, these crimes are committed by black folks in the black community. And what you gonna do about a criminal? There ain't too much that you can do about a criminal. And then some of this black on black crime is domestic crime. Wives with their husbands. You know, teenagers get into it with other teenagers. You know, how you gonna stop that? What you gonna do? The only way you're gonna stop that is that you gotta go to the root of the problem, and we're gonna have to deal with the mindset. People have to have a change of behavior in their mind. As long as we have the mindset that we have right now, look at the pro-black folk. As soon as they get mad at you, they talk about they want to kill you. I don't know how many threats that I got from the pro-black community. I'll kill you, Negro. But at the same time, they turn around and talk about, brothers and sisters, we need to stop killing each other. Negro, you just threatened me. This stuff. So in the end, if you want change, you gotta change. You don't change, the situation is not gonna change. When you change, then your condition will change. You have people who decide, I'm sick of living in the ghetto. I'm sick of being poor. So I'm going to hit the books. I don't really like education. I really don't want to do the college life. I got to do that. I got to change. So they go out and get the tools so they can change. And that's what we have to do. You have to decide, I want to change something. I want to change my life. I'm tired of living this way. But apparently you're not tired of living this way. You don't mind going to a funeral every week. You don't mind eating all this poison food and breathing polluted air and getting cancer and diabetes and heart disease. Apparently, you can handle that. It's all right with you. You don't want to change. So since you don't want to change, you need to stay exactly where you at, a bunch of comfortable, feral ass slaves. Forever. And whatever happened to you, nobody should cry because you know better. Nobody should shed a tear for you because you know better. You won't change, but you don't want to change. That ain't how it works. You won't change, you got to change too. Otherwise, it's defeating the purpose. But there's nobody that I know of. I've never heard no brothers and sisters around me talking about I'm so happy about black on black crime and whatever. I never heard such a thing. We don't celebrate that. We don't support that. But what can you do about it? If me and Sister Nova got into it right now, I'm gonna kill you. What can you do? A march? A march is not gonna stop it. Protesting is not gonna stop it. What's gonna stop me? What's gonna stop us from having this conflict? There's not too much that you can do. Now the people that know us, they can come. Oh, Taalik, you need to sit your ass down. Calm down, bro. We can do that. The people that's around us. But by the time a lot of these things, by the time we know about it, it's out of control and somebody dead on the street. Now we on the 6 o'clock news. What can you do about it? Now I would tell you the purpose of religion, the purpose of spirituality is to change your mind, to give you a righteous mind. Because if we had a righteous mind, it would be a whole different ball game. But religion and spirituality has failed. Been around for thousands of years. and the people are still not right. You talk about Jesus and you talk about spirituality and all this stuff for 1,000 years. It ain't changed nothing yet.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's about changing your mind, what you want in life. When you decide I'm sick of being a Pharaoh slave and I'm ready to get out of this situation, then you'll take the action in order to change your condition. Like the person that's living in the ghetto say, I'm tired of this. I'm going to get my education. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to put in the time and I'm getting out of here. In this situation, you got to be willing to die so that your babies can have a better life. You're not ready for that. You're not ready to sacrifice. You're not ready to die. You're not ready to suffer in order to get what you claim that you want. I have a relative of mine. I'm going to say this, we're going to be out of here. I have a relative of mine that is handicapped, legally blind, and she struggled to get her master's degree, struggled to get that bachelor's degree, riding the bus, staying up hours and hours and hours studying. Not an honor student, not very smart, but I'm going to do this. And put in the time, put in the effort, and became the first college graduate in our family. And she changed her condition. She suffered. She had to sacrifice. It was not given to her on a silver platter. $50,000, $60,000 in debt. But that's what you got to do if you want to change your condition. You don't want to do that. You want to party. You want to smoke weed. You just want to watch YouTube videos all day. You want to get your groove on. You want to keep talking. And you lie to yourself. You tell how you love your brother and sister, but you don't love them. You don't treat us like you love nobody. You love them as long as they kiss your ass. Tell you that they love Jesus or Muhammad or whatever. As long as they kiss your backside, it's all right. I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but I do know this. Unless you can show me that you got something better and break it down, I don't see nothing else that we can do except Mississippi campaign. Because it puts us in a position where we should have been a long time ago. Put you back in the race. We was knocked out the race a long time ago. Now we need something to put tires back on our car, put gas back in the tank, and get us back on the track. That's Alquan.
Yeah, that's Alquan.
Alquan. So, but I'm warning Alquan again. I screenshot this because YouTube can find out where this is coming from. Now, you think it's a game. You're going to find out it's not a game. Not with me. Anybody else, it might be a game, but it's not a game with me. Yeah, that ill Jill, that's Alquan. See, everybody has a way of doing things, saying things, whatever. You can tell by the writing, that's that troll.
Talking about he'll stick to the church.
Right. That's Alquan.
Talk about it. So education is the key, not Mississippi.
Whatever.
Well, see, if education was the key, we'd be in a much better economic situation than we are now.
Yeah, because we have a lot of education.
A lot.
And we got a lot of self-made scholars too, you know?
Yeah. I mean, black folk were being educated back in the damn 1800s. Right. You know, so they was being educated back in the 1800s, back in the 1900s. Like I said, knowledge alone is not power.
Yes.
It's the practicality of the knowledge you have is what gives you power. You have to apply the knowledge to the situation we're in.
Mm-hmm. If you understand the situation. Majority of you really don't understand the situation that you're in, really. You really don't.
No, they think they're free.
Yeah.
They think they're free.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
They're comfortable in this oppression.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Because if you wasn't comfortable in oppression and you was really suffering, hey, I'm willing to try anything to get out of this. I was so desperate. I was so desperate to get out the crazy house. And at the time, I was still a believer in, this invisible God person, whatever. But I was so desperate, I called out to the devil. I said, devil, look, I will give you my soul. Get me out of here. And the devil didn't show up either. That's when I knew something was wrong with this whole religion thing. Because if the devil don't come and get my soul, I'm like, what's up with this? Sister Karen said black folks get some money and they think they made it. Let me recognize two questions, because I think it was two questions in here earlier.
Mm-hmm.
One for us in general, and then one for you, Sister Nova. Let me see if I can find it. And then we need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's see if I can find. Okay, here's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on this whole sovereignty thing, Brother Andre?
Sovereignty?
Yeah.
We're not a sovereign nation. I mean, us, black people ain't a sovereign nation.
No.
I think that's what he referring to, the Moorish sovereignty thing.
Yeah.
We're not a sovereign people over here in this country. I mean, black people are not a sovereign nation over here in this country. So
right. Recognized by who?
Yeah.
Recognized by who? You have to be recognized by other nations also to be sovereign.
Exactly.
Who are you recognized by? Except a religious book or your scholarship.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's your king? Who's your queen? Who's your leadership? Where's your land at? That's the most important thing. Where your land at? How you gonna be sovereign with no land? No leadership. You don't have nothing except
no unity. No unity.
Just a big mouth. Sound good stuff. That's all. More sound good. More sound good stuff. And that's all that it is. And that more stuff been around for how long?
The last 100 years.
Yeah.
The last 100 years, at least.
Okay. This is the last question here. I plan to purchase your book. I want to see your view on the subject matter. Can you share a view of how religion keeps us in fear?
Yes, I can. First of all, religion gives you a fear-based consciousness because it teaches you about the afterlife and how if you don't accept Jesus or Allah or Yahweh, you're going to hell. That's how religion keeps you in fear. Okay, by giving you a consciousness of the afterlife, and if you don't accept their biblical teachings, if you don't surrender to their ideology, you're going to be doomed for all eternity in hellfire, or you're not going to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's how religion keeps us under a state of constant fear. Because, it gives you the idea that, okay, if I don't act right, if I don't straighten up and serve God, if I don't go to church, I might go to hell when I die. Even though this place in the Bible called hell does not exist, it's not a real place. But I'm just telling you all, that's how these religions keep you under fear, under constant fear, by reinforcing this concept of the afterlife. And if you don't serve God, you're going to hell. You're not going to enter the kingdom of heaven when you die. That's what they're always telling you. If you don't serve Jesus, if you don't accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you're not going to enter heaven when you die. You're going to go straight to hell for being an atheist. You're going to go straight to hell for your non-belief. They call it non-belief, for your unbelief or non-belief in a God, even though it's not real. It's not real. So that's how religion keeps you under fear, constant fear, and mind control, programming. Simple. And also, you have to, you always have to, be watching everything you do, watching everything you say, because God may be listening to you, or God does hear you. God does hear you. So therefore, you got to watch what you do and watch everything you say. You can't do this, can't do that, can't do the third. You can't curse. Can't curse because you might go to hell for cursing. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I was taught growing up as a young child, growing up in organized Christianity. I was in constant fear of going to hell, or just not going to heaven when I die. Just in constant fear of just not entering the kingdom of heaven, or the kingdom of God after I die. Because I was always worried about, okay, am I going to do something to cause myself to enter hell? Am I going to do something to cause myself to not go to heaven? I was in constant fear, in a state of fear and anxiety as a Christian. And there were some good times I had now. There were some good times I had when I was in fellowship among other Christians. There were some good days, and then there was a lot of bad days also when I was a Christian, because I lived in constant fear of hell, in constant fear of not being a good enough Christian in order to enter the kingdom of heaven after I die. So, that's how they keep you in fear, by reinforcing an ideology about hell. That's how they keep us in fear, by reinforcing that ideology about hell, and it's not even a real place. It's not even a real place. And I'm talking about the hell according to the Bible in the New Testament, in the New Testament, in the book of Luke. Check it out, in the book of Luke. Okay?
Don says at some point in our, we had fear installed in us at a young age to fear something mythological. Of course, yeah. Most of us, they get us at a young age. We were born into it. You didn't have a choice. We was born into it. This was forced on us. This was pushed on us. And then some of us discover new things, but the only thing we do is go from one religious plantation to the other. That's all we do, jump around. Because we know something ain't quite right. We don't know what it is, but our brain, we've been conditioned to think a certain way. So the only thing we do is hop around from plantation to plantation. That's all we do. It's all the same stuff. It's just have different slave masters. Different way, it's organized a little differently, but it's all basically the same stuff.
Fear-based consciousness.
All fear-based consciousness, like the sister said.
Consciousness, yep.
All
it is.
And then if you use fear to get people to believe or whatever, that belief is not sincere, because the only reason why they're doing it is because they're scared of the punishment.
They're scared. Exactly. They're scared of the consequences. Scared of the consequences of not doing it, basically. So you're not being genuine.
That's not genuine. And you think your God don't know that you're not genuine? And people tell me all the time, the reason why they do what they do because of the rewards and whatever, or I don't want to go to hell.
Yep.
The reason why I want to be a righteous person is because that's what's good for me.
Yes.
Not because I'm scared to go to hell, not because I'm trying to please some God, because living a righteous type lifestyle is good for me.
Yes.
It's not because I fear or want. I don't care whether I go to heaven or not. It's just I just know that this righteous type lifestyle benefits me the best. No more, no less. I don't need no reward.
And you do unto others as you would have others do unto you.
Yeah.
If you don't want nobody doing you wrong, don't do somebody else wrong.
Yeah, simple as that. So on that note, we've done 2 hours. We did pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. And I thank you so much. I want to thank my Facebook friends. I have not forgotten you. Thank you, Facebook, for joining us. This broadcast has been simulcast on Facebook. Most of the time when I do go live, I go live on Facebook also. That's right, Brother Don. You do not need to be religious to be righteous. Religion does not own a copyright or a patent to righteousness. Righteousness is simply doing what is in the best interest of you, treating another person like you would want yourself to be treated. Simple. Don't take much. If I'm homeless on the street, I would like somebody to donate and help me a little bit.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't I want to reach out and touch and help somebody that's already in that position? Anything can happen to us at any time. We don't know. So at least I can say, when people give me charity, at least I can say I was charitable before I even got to this point where I am in need of charity now. So with that said, thank you, Brother Don. Thank you, our soul brother number 85, Sister Karen, and everybody that's in the chat room that showed up this afternoon. It's spontaneous. You know, it seems as though when I go live spontaneous, I get more people in the chat room than when I actually schedule a show. It seems like hardly nobody really want to show up.
Yeah.
But when I just go spontaneous and just go, it seems like more people show up. I don't understand. But because this was not scheduled, this is pure spontaneous. So with that said, I want to send a shout out to Soul Brother Taalik, Soul Brother Gary, our partners in crime on this platform. Again, I thank you for your donations to help me in my current situation with my medical funds. Support our sister. Show that book again, Sister Noteworthy. Make sure you support our sister. Get that book. Where can you find this book, Sister Nova?
Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com and type in my name or the title, God is on Trial. It'll come right up. There go my name.
And the title, God is on Trial. How religion
keeps humanity under mind control and fear. But all you got to do is really type in God is on Trial, and it'll still come up. Yeah, it'll still come up right then. It'll come up. Or my name. Just type in my name or the title, God is on Trial. That's it.
Yeah, let's
Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. Also, iUniverse.com. But go to Amazon. Go to Amazon.
And also, subscribe to the sister channel if you have not subscribed to Sister Nova's channel. Just go to Google, the YouTube search engine, and you're Sister Nova there, right? Yeah, your channel is Sister Nova, right? Your YouTube channel, Sister Nova.
YouTube? No. Yeah. No, my YouTube channel is Resistance Front TV. Resistance Front TV.
That's the link.
Oh.
YouTube actually, his YouTube name is Sister Noble.
Oh yeah, Sister Noble. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just put in Sister Noble.
Yeah, my YouTube username is Sister Noble. Sister Noble.
Yeah.
SISTERNOBLE. SISTERNOBLE. That's my username on YouTube.
Right. And so I saw Brother Don these comments, and so
how can I donate to you, brother?
Yeah.
Go, yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah, there you go. You can donate to me by Cash App. You can donate to me through PayPal. You can donate to me through Zelle, and you can also donate to me through iGoogle. So that's 4 ways that you can donate to your brother. Most people are using Cash App. I guess that's the best way to do. And the second way they use is a PayPal. So and I just want to say again, I thank you so much for your donations. Every little bit helps. You really, I mean, I'm very appreciative because I'm able to. I know to the end of the year I'm going to be straight. I'm cool for the rest of the year. Your donations really help me out. Keep me on YouTube, pay my internet bill, all that kind of good stuff. So, Sister Karen said, when you going to go live again? I don't know. I really don't know. I got another surgery coming up here, so I'm going to be out of the box again for a little bit. It's not as serious as the first one, but I still have, I'm going to have surgery, so I really don't know. And those medications and things that they give you mess you up. You know, you be all sleepy and tired. You just be messed up. So I really don't. That's why when I do come live, I want to try to spend as much time as I can with you. I feel good right now, but I'm getting ready to have another surgery. So it'd be right back down in the boat again. Got to build myself back up a little bit. No, Sister Karen, I do not have a P.O. box. No, don't have a P.O. box. I don't know. I don't think too many people use P.O. box anymore. Yeah, no surgery. It's not going to be bad as the first, but when you have surgery, they all bad. You know, I'm still got to get cut. You know, I'm not looking forward to get cut again. You know? But, hey, it is what it is. And I talked today because it might not be a tomorrow. So if there is no tomorrow, I do appreciate your company. I do appreciate your company. And I enjoyed my time with us. And I wish y'all the best of luck, you know, out there in the future. I won't have to worry about it no more. But I'm telling you, if we don't embrace something big, whether it's the Mississippi campaign or not, you're not going to get over the hump. It's simple as that. So Sister Karen said that's the way you can receive donations in the mail. Yeah, I might set that up. I'm gonna see how much that costs. I think it's $20 a month or something like that. I'm gonna see.
Taalik, you know, remember that username that was in the chat room earlier called Crack Stem? We got a crack pipe smoker now.
Yeah.
Is that Aquan?
I don't know.
Remember that username that was in the chat room earlier that you blocked, Crack Stem? Yeah. We got a crack pipe smoker now in the chat room.
They can keep cracking there. You can keep smoking crack because we out of here. So thank you.
Nation of the drug addicts and alcoholics. I understand, honey.
We out of here, y'all. Peace forever and always. As Dr. Cornelius always said, I wish us love, peace, and we out of 5,000.
Bye-bye.
Adios.